this is your first time witnessing her. Yeah, sadly she is not in the phenomenal red dress. God, I fucking love that outfit so much. But indeed, she does look cute. She doesn't need a slay outfit to slay. So true. Okay, I have like no experience points, so hacking into the mainframe. I mean, this outfit is cute. Like it is cute. It is a slay, but it's just not as slay as that dress now, is it?
It's nothing personal. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Got a key guard. Okay.
Yes, at last.
You know how we kind of had that little scene at the beginning of the game where all of the characters
Thermal
met each other.
Better not play
for
with
the
that.
first time, like very, very briefly in Hazel's court, and I'm just really hoping that we get like another moment where the three of them meet, because I think that would be very slay. I love that she always walks like she's on a catwalk, because she's a fucking girl boss. Look at her. And look at that walking down the stairs animation. I will never be over how good it is. That's what they spent all the money on. Alright, here we go.
You can never be too careful.
We need... Yeah, she's got her little lesbian combat boots on. She's slaying.
This is their server room? I don't see them.
Hacking into the mainframe.
They use the water from the bay to cool the servers. That's clever.
Hacker voice. I know what a hacker voice is, actually.
2-person activation required? No way. Gotta find a way to do it alone.
Okay, alright. Ooh. Fleetness. Fleetness is... She is serving cunt. She is giving a cunty little walk. She really is. She really is. Fleetness is available when in a celerity state and near a situation that can be slowed down. Okay. Press the button to activate Fleetness. Which button? Slowing down a situation does not generate any hunger. That's good. That's good to know. The situation resumes normal speed when you move away from it. Okay, I don't really understand what that means, but sure. Thank you for the follow, Dr. Catherine. Welcome to the channel.
2-person activation.
Okay, and then presumably there's another
Time
button
before
on
the
that
second
side,
button is
right?
activated.
So let's...
5 seconds. That's not much time.
No, it is not.
These things give off a ton of heat. I understand the cooling system.
Honestly, I don't know why I decided to follow when I have to go back to work, but hi. That's I'm sorry you have to work. That sucks. But thank you for the follow. Is there a Discord? There is a Discord, but I think that folks can only access the Discord if they are subscribed on Patreon or on Coffee, I think, which you can do for at the lowest amount. I want to say £1, like Great British pounds. I don't think it's in dollars. £1 a month. But I might have to double check that for you, Dr. Catherine. Let me have a look on her Patreon. Hold on. I think that there should be a command that some commands in chat to bring these links up. So I think, does that work? Does that work? That works. Okay. So ! coffee brings up our coffee, but not our Patreon, which is a shame. But our Patreon is available here. Sadly, I don't get paid until Friday. That's okay. And it's the only place I can receive updates in case I wanted to make my way back to you someday. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We're very active on Twitter. It's Game Assist YT on Twitter as well, and on Instagram. You can follow us there, and we often post when we're going to be streaming next there. I say we because myself and my friend Daz, who I work together with, both stream on this channel. So if you're not able to join the Discord at this time, then that's totally okay. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we will post when we'll be streaming next then. But I really appreciate the follow. I gotta get better anyway at using Twitch to like actually post stream schedules. I'm really bad at that. But that is the point of you guys following us, isn't it? So that you know when we're streaming. Not so great British pound. You're so right, Fwoosh. I feel like I need a run after that leisure scene. I'm so amped up. Yeah, it was intense. It was very intense. Okay, again, thank you for the follow, Dr. Catherine. Okay, we got some buttons here. I don't know what they do, so I probably shouldn't press them. But I do know that there should be a button on this side as well, right? Okay, and then here's the magic place where I use the magic. Okay, hold on. So if I press L2, and then I press this, and then oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Don't use social at the moment for personal reasons. That's fine. That's understandable. To know you or had any kind of way to just wanted to follow a fellow lesbo. Well, I am nothing if well, I don't know if you can see that lesbian flag in the corner. I am nothing if not a huge lesbo. Alright, how are we going about this? Let's try pressing R1, and that seems to do the time slowing thing. Okay. Yes! Slay. And then... do I have to... come on, man. Okay, this is a bit... this is not... it's not a slay. Nice!
Shit! They broke through the unlocking system! There are smoke torches.
Yeah!
Go get them! Quick!
Yeah! I'm hacking into the mainframe!
Please. Let it work this time.
Yeah! Hacker voice.
Of course.
Do you have the torches?
I have
Right
to
here,
find
sir.
the password.
Good. Come through this door now.
Can't fail now.
Babes, I'm gonna... my lovely community, you're gonna have to forgive me for not being bothered to figure out what the password is. So I'm going to consult a walkthrough at this juncture. Alright, hacking the mainframe. That's literally what the IGN walkthrough has called this part. Blah, blah, blah. Mainframe puzzle? It's a puzzle? Who wants to do a puzzle? Not me. Our primary goal here is to figure out how to install the virus and then use the mainframe to discover the identity of the traitor. Exciting. Partnering terms and reading crucial files. Oh. This is the whole thing. This is the whole thing, guys. It's literally fine, don't worry. I pretend I do not see it. Thank you. Thank you. I love the love and support. If the soldiers manage to get through the door behind you, MM will be killed, so make sure you're on top of the time limit. Yeah, I'm not doing a timed puzzle right now. It's just not happening. So I'm gonna put the code straight in. It's 0909 2015. Seek and destroy. Wait. Hold on. Now let's tackle the traitor. Hold on, wait.
Not yet.
Hold on, I think I can hear Chickpea at the door, guys. She's like, I'm a hacker, girl. I can help you hack the mainframe. Let's take bets on the traitor. That's smart. That's a good idea. I honestly have no clue. My head is empty. But I will think about it. Imagine if all your playable characters died. I didn't realize they could die. Like, I did not realize that these characters could die. But that is what is happening right now, is that we're in the final scenario where all of these characters could die. And I'm stressed. So here's a cat. It's me. I'm the traitor. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm thinking Hazel is definitely sus because she left her friends to die. Hazel is so fucking sus. Hazel is so fucking sus. Don't you think Hazel is really sus, Chickpea? Oh my god, Miss P. Chickpea, who do you think the traitor is? I think it could definitely be Hazel. I think it could definitely be Hazel. What do you think, Chickpea? You smell very nice. You smell very nice. What perfume do you use? Can you tell us your secrets? No? I don't know what her motive would be though. Yeah. I'm not sure either. I don't think Chickpea is thinking. Head empty? That's okay. Thank you for your time and your service. I'm gonna put you down now. Yes, so, I mean, we know that Hazel is part of Operation Swansong, which seems to be bad vibes. Essence of tuna, de chicken. I think it's probably the latter. What's chicken in French again? Poulet. Eau de poulet, because Chickpea is a huge fan of chicken. So when she had her dental surgery a few months ago, the vet told me to make plain white fish for her to eat and crumble it for her because would be nice and soft. And she was not having it, and I was freaking out. I was like, my cat's not eating. I'm so worried about her. And so I called the vet and they were like, well, just try feeding her some chicken instead. So I boiled her some chicken, plain chicken, because she's a white girl. She doesn't like seasoning. And she, as soon as she smelled the chicken, she was going crazy for it. She loves chicken. She absolutely loves chicken. OMG, Saf is obsessed with chicken. Twinsies. Eau de poulet. Yeah, Chickpea's a huge fan of chicken. I think, but when I still ate meat, I was pretty big on chicken. Fried chicken, that's the shit. That's the shit. Okay, so I'm just gonna look real quick at finding out who the traitor is. Make sure to read every file that pops up when entering the keyword combos to receive the additional keywords needed to find the traitor. What? With all these combinations, you will find the identity of the traitor. Here are the keyword combinations you need. Okay, let's... Okay, so informant. Let's do accomplice. And informant. Emmett Olsen to James Bram. Dear Mr. Bram, the interrogation of the informant ended on a rather conclusive note. As your team suspected, the specimen confirmed that they had an accomplice helping them. By their own admission, our informant believes that they were betrayed by the same accomplice, which explains how they were captured, but still refuses to give us a name. However, we hope to discover the identity of this individual during the next interrogation, which will soon take place. Please review the recording of our last session, which I recently uploaded to the server. I followed the usual naming system for the interrogations. We'll get back to you soon with the information. Dear Ben, we have some important news about the informant. Our team has determined that the blank body had an accomplice. This explains the discrepancies in the handwriting you noted in your report. There are actually two different individuals using the same codename, so the psychological profile was partly off. It'd be good to schedule a meeting to see where we stand. I'll give you the details about our progress at that time. This information will help you fine-tune your analysis. Okay, and then... nomenclature and interrogation. Memo regarding protocol for recording interrogations. Whatever. I think that's needed. Informant and interrogation, I think. Okay, terrorist capture. Dear Miss Walker, I'm writing to inform you of the success of Operation Nest, which is carried out by our team in Boston. In addition to eliminating a significant number of terrorists, our forces were able to capture the individual that we believe to be our informant. We're currently verifying their identity. I'd also like to take this opportunity to request you reconsider my inquiry regarding the funds allocated by the FBI to our organization. I would like to take this opportunity... these funds have not increased in light of our recent success, and will be granted that. Whatever. Okay. Informant codename. Dear James, I was contacted by an anonymous source earlier this morning. The individual goes by the name of Corvus and claims to have information on the blank bodies. This is unprecedented. I assigned a few analysts to try to trace the origin of the email. For the moment, they haven't turned up anything concrete. Very few agents know about Corvus. I don't want that to change until I learn more about this key informant. Okay, I don't know if I have time to read all of these, but... Identity of Corvus. Thanks for the debrief. The death of Jara Jory will seriously impact our research. Alive, she could have told us more about the identity of the Corvus. Okay. Then we're gonna try Jara interrogation.
A name, Jara. Give me a name. I want to find your shadow. Who is the other Corvus? Tell me.
I'll
What's a corvus?
He betrayed you. Why protect him?
It's not her. I'm protecting.
Her? Interesting. Who is she?
Hazel?
Stop! Stop!
Her name!
Hilda! Hilda! Catherine!
You know what?
It can't be.
Yeah,
Why on earth would you do that?
because she fucking sucks.
Hilda. Damn it.
So she's the mastermind.
Hilda.
Extermination lab.
I've got to get a grip. I'm here for the virus. I'll deal with the rest later.
But why?
She was my second choice. Yeah.
Choice.
It's over, Jara. You're just postponing the inevitable. Hannigan, purify this poor creature.
Rest in peace, Jara. Anyway. Ugh, that sounds like effort. I've been made so lazy by Rockstar Games. I'm like, but I failed. Can you just do it for me, please? Yeah, I'm just not, like, in the mood to use my brain right now. Sorry about it. Especially, like, I kind of feel like, especially on stream a lot of the time, it's just frustrating. Honestly, for real, I was like, it's either her or Hazel. Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see if we get the chance to talk to her.
Come on. Come on.
Because Hilda was bad vibes. I guess, like, Hazel is bad vibes, but, like, she's can't necessarily be a traitor because, like, of her position. If that makes sense. Like, it would have to be someone who isn't, like, the Prince of Boston. I hacked into the mainframe. I'm a hacker. I didn't use any walkthroughs or cheat at all. I did not realize that there was going to be basically, like, a chance for all of these characters to die. Or maybe even multiple chances. We're not having that. Alright. Well, fuck Hilda. But it'll be interesting to find out why she betrayed us. Ooh, I got a lot of points that I can use here. I feel like I should probably increase these. Oh. That's done. I know Hilda didn't like Hazel. No, she didn't. And I think I missed some of the, like, dialogue options that you could get to ask her more about why she doesn't like Hazel. Also, she was very jealous of our GF, and our GF was the one who
Stop it!
hated.
Don't do that! It's me!
You think she framed Journey?
Get a hold of yourself!
I want to see Journey. I miss Journey, and I feel bad about everything that happened, and I just want and Journey to be okay and live happily ever after as just happy lesbians without all of this fucking drama, you know? Damn, son. I think it's quite possible. We'll see. Because I did fuck up that whole thing by, like, Journey lost her memory because of me. And also, Did Journey lose her memory? No, I don't think so. I think lost her memory of Journey, and it was really sad. So I don't know if that just means that I've fucked it up between them.
Halsey. Oh shit, Halsey.
No.
Fuck. Incineration. Oh fuck, shit, no. What have they done? I'm going to get you out of there, honey.
Well, shit. Just looking around, seeing if we can find anything useful. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. I don't like all of this pressure. Once the protocol has been started, the communication between the computer control panel and the container is interrupted. To restore it, unlock the reset code keyboard using the magnetic key card. Enter the reset code for the connection. Okay, well, I am once again probably not going to use my brain for this because I don't want to. Security card. Okay, well, maybe these are things that will help. Okay, so Woolsey's in there. How do I...
A magnetic card reader.
Which one is it?
And a keypad that seems to be locked. Nothing. Damn it, I've got to hurry.
Oh, shit. Come on. There we go. I hate this alarm noise, yeah. Yes.
Halsey, but how?
Ah, shit.
Is it really you?
No way. You can't be Mom. Richard said you had been destroyed. It can't be you.
Hold on. Oh dear. Leisha's gameplay lately is just how can we make your stress levels unbelievably high? Yeah, that is how I am feeling right now. Let's restore some willpower and pray. Oh, buddy. It's a lot of stress, man. Obviously not the first one. I think not that one. I don't really want to use my persuasion points right now, especially because this would take a lot of willpower. I think maybe not talking, like there are a couple here that focus on Richard, so maybe not those. I'm leaning towards she knows it's me. No miss allowed, and it's one thing, so whew. Hopefully this is the right answer, because I don't know where she's at with Richard. Like what is the relationship with Richard? What's Richard been telling her? What's going on there? I don't know. I shouldn't make any claims about that, and I also shouldn't gaslight her or be defensive or say that I don't think that she's real. So this is what I'm going for.
It's really me, Sugarfang.
Sugar.
I promise. Listen, I'll show you. Listen to my voice. Focus on what you feel when you hear me. See? You feel it too. You know it's me.
You came back. you're here. Mom?
I need to focus. Come on. I need a code. There's gotta be a way to find it somewhere.
What's the...
A dual feed system.
Something T something CLA 9000. Because it said the model number and then... CLA 9000. Okay, there are a few that this could be. But let's try... Hold on, I'm gonna write some of the... take a picture even. And go through some of these. And pray for the best. Okay, using my brain isn't going too badly right now. Okay, let's try 6 7 8 0 5 3. Okay. 3 2 5 4 0 9. 2 6 0 2 9 6. Whew.
Mom?
I'm here.
I sense fear here. Where
Another
are
confrontation.
we? What's going on?
Alright, we can do this. Where are we? What's going on? Come on! Whew!
It's not far from home. An island just off the coast
This
of
is
Boston.
so stressful.
How did I get here?
You took a boat. And so did I.
A boat? Like when we came over from France?
Yes, that's right. Do you remember sailing to Boston? You were very good.
Yes, I remember. It was fun. But hurry. I'm still scared.
I can do this.
Well, what am I doing now? What am I doing? What do you want me to do now? I don't understand. Right, okay, I have to look for a tool. To, monkey wrench. Okay, let's try that.
Shit! I broke it. I gotta find something else.
Should have known that wouldn't work. Like a crowbar or something. That would be good. Right about now. Got another wrench. I could try that.
Yes, I'm here, sweetie.
Anomaly detected. Incineration protocol cancelled.
Phew.
Okay. Whew. I just won myself a breather.
Okay, but now what? But now what am I doing? I don't understand. Oh. That's a person.
No! Leave me alone! Don't hurt me! Don't come any closer! Or else what? You can't do a thing to me.
I mean, I have stopped the incineration, I think. But what is this?
You're terrorized by fear. You don't trust anyone or anything around you. People, objects, everything seems dangerous. You can't tell what's real and what's just in your head.
It's a nightmare.
Yes, but a waking nightmare. Or not. You won't be able to tell the difference.
Did I just...
Yes, I'm here, sweetie.
What did I just do to that poor woman?
Fuel relay system activated. Resume incineration protocol.
I think I'm gonna walk through this as well because this is like super stressful. Okay.
Less than 6 minutes to combustion.
Okay.
Shit, it's back online. Oh, there's no time to waste.
Mom?
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Yeah, I didn't even intentionally mean to.
I was so sad before. And then I started to get used to you
I
not
didn't really
being there.
intentionally mean to
And now you're
ruin that
back
woman's
and
life.
it's all getting mixed up.
So rest
Why?
in peace.
Why did you come?
She really did just give her a mental exactly, yeah, no, I really just ruined her brain. What did she just say? My little girl, I love you.
For you, of course. To find you. I'd do
Look, come on,
anything
Leisha
for you.
I'm still your
is
pumpkin?
just a
Yes.
MILF,
You
a
will
power
always
MILF.
be my
All she cares about is her little sugar
I don't
fangs.
want to go
And I
back
love
to the
that for
prince
her.
because they'll be mean to us. And it'll start all over
The
again.
prince is mean.
No,
You're so
I
right,
won't
Halsey.
let them.
You already left me once.
I didn't mean to.
Halsey, I know it must have been hard. I'm really...
I don't want to hear you're sorry. It hurt too much.
Richard had to say he destroyed you to make the prince happy. And he had to make me believe it, to protect us. I didn't choose to lose you. It was so hard for me that I preferred to forget.
I don't want to see
Slay.
him again. Ever.
We're not crazy, sweetie.
Yes.
It's the world around us that's crazy.
Yes. Look at
I
that
want to go far
disability
away from here,
politics.
Mom.
Yes, we'll go far, far away. Together. Let's get some things
Yeah.
and we'll leave.
Okay, Mom. That's what I want to do. With you, Mom.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, it's open. Oh, Halsey. Oh.
Damn, it's just wow. It was
Oh,
right in
sweet.
there.
Oh, sugar fangs. Come here. Oh, sweet pea, come here.
This is so good, actually. I love this plot line. I love it
I'll
so
never leave you
much.
again, sweet pea.
Promise me.
I promise, I swear. Come here. Oh,
I
let's
love
go,
me
come on.
some disability politics. Okay. I could have gotten information from the scientist, but I accidentally made her head a prison. but everything else is going fine. Partly because I'm cheating. We did it, gang. We're getting there. Okay, so nobody's dead yet. Love it. We might be about to make a decision about whether or not to kill Stanford. That's exciting. I'm pretty set on killing him. I think that could be fun. I think that could be a vibe. But we'll see how this goes. Let's, There we go. Let's do this. Kill, kill, murder, kill. So true. Let's do this, Suleiman. I think killing him would be very girly pop of you. I think it would. I'm ready to gaslight Caleb girl boss my way through this finale. So spiky.
It's in better shape than the morgue. They didn't expect to have so many casualties.
Access prohibited. Disinfection in progress. Oh, we're in a hospital.
They've gathered his things to send to his family. Will they also get a medal and a pat on the back?
Ooh. Lars Campbell, a liaison, was admitted for dorsal fractures and he was involved in Operation Swansong, which is classified. Sergei Tenalian, a SAD sergeant, was admitted for multiple chest wounds. He was in Operation Nest and was struck with unusual force down a narrow hallway. One sink, like a normal bathroom. Cecil Mill, from a fracture burns, Operation Burr, his partner's weapon was turned on him. The burns were superficial and the fracture is from the fall that followed his attack.
It hurts like hell. But I showed them.
The Ivory Tower by Jason Bach. Now that you're stuck in bed for a while, you'll be able to read it. It's very interesting and you'll see the end is incredible. I feel like that sounds like a real book, like I think I've heard of that before. Charles Griffin, SAD agent. Concussion. Received multiple blows to the head after shooting a blank body. Operation Nest.
What the hell am I doing here?
What the hell am I doing here?
We have to.
I don't belong here. 'Cause I'm a creep. Sorry, I'm a vampire. Robin Beck, SAD agent, bullet wounds, Operation Swansong. So, reason for death is classified on all of the Swan. Oh, except this one. A blank body turned his teammate's firearm against him. Spicy. And are all the Operation Swansong bodies covered up? Is it just me or are his burns slowly healing between scenes? Caleb's? They might be. You might be right. Look at that. Look at that door down the hallway. That, I mean, you gotta give it credit for looking incredible. I saw this TikTok earlier that was like, you gotta give it to the Catholics. They, the imagery is really giving. And they're so right.
An annotated Bible. It belongs to Walter Stanford.
They didn't go up to his hair anymore. I'd have to look back, but... Study the Bible. Let's go.
He's done his own translations of whole passages that deal with the power of faith. Sounds like someone's trying to understand his own abilities.
Spicy.
She died instantly.
That was me. That was me. I killed her. I did that.
May she take her research to the grave.
That was me too. Both on Operation Swansong.
I can almost smell.
Press
his
X to
presence.
study Bible.
Chris, can you hear me?
Ron Pickford.
It's answering a few minutes ago.
Swansong. The agent was not
Can you
wearing
call
head
for
protection.
someone?
He suffered a mental
Chris!
manipulation. Oh, so their headgear helps protect them from the vampire manipulation powers that forced him to attack his brother at arms.
I hope the doc won't take long.
It's me, the Angel of Death. Operation Nest, a squad member with the damaged helmet shot at our men, killing 2 of them instantly. Chris Miles rushed to disarm him. He was shot several times in the torso and then lost consciousness.
Chris?
Okay. We're almost there, guys. Evan
The dog
Hart.
didn't do things halfway.
While on prison duty, the lycanthrope attacked him and threw him against a wall.
Please, help me. Help me. I know I'm gonna
William
die. They won't say it to
Korshank.
my face, but I know it.
He was caught and held by the lycanthrope. Operation Hunt. I wonder what happens to that werewolf friend that we made. Okay, just double checking about whether or not we can go through these doors. Nope. Alright guys, here it is. Here we go. God, what a sleigh. Look at this room.
You. How many innocent lives did you take to get here?
It's time to put an end to this.
I would be impressed if I wasn't so tired of all this.
This time, you're alone.
You can't harm me. None of your kind can. I forbid you to come any closer. My faith is my shield.
The aesthetic. Yeah, it is giving. I think it's especially interesting though to make Caleb like the son of a sultan, like to make him Ottoman, because obviously the Ottoman Empire was an Islamic empire. It just makes all of this quite interesting. I know what this is. I'm educated.
To be able to turn us away like that, that's a rare gift for a mortal.
The aesthetic.
Some
The
of us
aesthetic
don't
is
even
giving.
believe it's possible.
It's giving.
You have failed.
Not yet. You're not infallible.
As long as I have God on my side, I will be.
Shatter
I'll
Stanford's
break you.
will.
You and your faith.
A touch of bravado. Now that you're cornered, nothing can stop us. You're done for.
Should get down on his knees. Shit.
That's enough. Get down on your knees.
Please, Caleb. Not
Should have
with
known
me.
that I can't use those.
Your pitiful efforts to reach me won't change a thing. What's your plan here?
To put a stop to you.
By killing me. We are Legion. Killing one of us won't make the rest of us vanish into thin air.
Your dominate won't work. Yeah, I should have remembered that it's not gonna happen. I know that everything depends on you. Or it doesn't matter, it's personal. I'm kind of tempted by that. I think I know that everything depends on him. Might be a good shout. Yeah, okay, let's go with that.
I beg to differ. You are the cornerstone of this operation. If you were to disappear, the Society of St. Leopold would withdraw.
We're not the only ones committed to this fight.
If you truly trust them, then why take over control here?
They needed guidance.
You should never have exposed yourself. The Inquisition of Boston will die with you. No one will continue your fight.
All of this energy wasted. Why? I have seen the consequences of your crimes. I have dried orphans' tears, tended to gaping wounds, calmed tormented minds. You spread your plague like rats. You feed off the human race. You're nothing but parasites.
All of this talk of spreading a plague like rats is a bit, dire. Okay, I'm gonna have to spend some willpower points here. Or... yeah, let's use that once.
At least I don't deny my true nature. I know what I am. A creature superior to you mortals.
But we're not just talking about humans here. You profane the very earth with your presence. From the shadows, you manipulate the fates of civilizations. You bring famines. You stoke wars. You seek to take control of the entire world. And you'll be the cause of its ruin.
Just came back to stream to this freaky man. Yeah, he is a freaky man. He's the head of the Sad Catholics. So I think it was Evelyn that mentioned in an early stream some anti-Semitic rhetoric going on in all of this stuff about vampires secretly ruling the world behind the scenes. And what Stanford just said was absolutely anti-Semitic rhetoric. But in the research that I've started to do on Vampire for my next video essay, I have learned that there is a precedent for that. That is to say that Dracula there's quite a bit of writing on anti-Semitism in Dracula, and how a lot of the framing around vampires in Dracula is based in anti-Semitic tropes. So there is a bunch of research on that. I'm doing some of that research currently. But if you're in all of this stuff about like shadowy people ruling the world from behind the scenes, as well as all of this stuff about being like a plague of rats, another anti-Semitic trope, and also all of this stuff around blood, which kind of is reminiscent of blood libel. There's definitely anti-Semitic tropes going on here. Vampire lore's roots is kind of not great. Yeah, so it's interesting. But like I said, something that's interesting about this game in particular is the way that there are so many tensions that I feel like are encompassed by the vampires and the way they organize their society and the way that they behave in this game. So I think that many things can be true at once. But one of those true things is that there's definitely some anti-Semitism going on there. But it's interesting to have this, like, head of the sad Catholics be spouting, like, anti-Semitic rhetoric in this way. This game definitely carries a lot more nuance than a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's all very messy. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that is a thing. There's a precedent for it, and there's some research on it for sure. So I thought it would be a good idea to bring that back up. It's interesting that they're putting this in the mouth of Stanford, but I think the fact that what Stanford is saying is anti-Semitic is of note, for sure. Okay, what to say now? Not gonna say the bottom. I don't think that's gonna work. We've already reigned over the world. The Society of St. Leopold is no better. Let's go. Praying. Okay.
And what about you? You live in secrecy. You lie to those you feign to protect. No government dares stand up to you.
But we're doing nothing more than defending them.
For now. But that's how tyrants are born. You're no better than us. I smell nothing but destruction in your wake.
What would you have me do? Faced with a creature stripped of all emotion, who sees you as nothing more than cattle. I've lost count of the number of dead bodies and broken lives. Fire is the only path to redemption. Down to the very last.
Thank you for the compliment on my makeup. Thank you very much. Yeah, this was quite a simple look to do, but I was very happy with it. So I wanted to recreate the mark of the true faith, as I think it's called in the game, that Leisha had on her head. So I tried to recreate that, and then I just thought, why not do some more crosses and go for that. I recently got gifted some graphic liner from a friend that has been an absolute joy to use, so I used that for all of the like, I was kind of going for like it's like tears, but then it's like crosses. So thank you, I really appreciate that. I also got a new, my septum piercing is finally like properly healed enough to put in new jewelry, so I got this little pointed black septum ring that I think goes really well with this look. So yeah, good times. Okay, so what are we gonna say? What are we gonna respond with? We know that those powers aren't gonna work. Could use a bunch of willpower points on that and pray for the best. Hatred is in contradiction with his faith. With it in black and zoomed out, it makes me think for a hot sec that I'd forgot when Ash Wednesday was for another year in a row. I always forget when Ash Wednesday is, but it's fine. It's fine. I feel like you always get reminded anyway, somehow. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try this and pray that it works. I don't know if hatred is in contradiction with his faith is going to work. I tried to enter a /J, but it thought it was a command. God, Twitch, why are you like that? Alright, I'm gonna play it safe. And, oh, hold on, I'm quite hungry. Let's see if I can alleviate my hunger. Yes, I've got some Tremere concoctions. So let's drink up. Okay. All right.
You should have settled with being ruled by superior beings. But you started a war that has escaped your control.
We are responsible.
Who burned Vienna to the ground? Who chose to strike Boston? You should have considered the consequences of your actions.
In the end, only one question remains. Why do you continue to fight when the outcome is already decided? Your demise is inevitable. Why do you refuse to accept it?
I was gonna say something as well that I think is interesting. So he was talking about how vampires only see him and like other human beings as cattle, and I hadn't really thought about this before, but I read a really good piece on Unwinnable again when I was doing my research for Vampire, and it's a piece about that game, Don't Nod Vampire, and it's called The Ethics of a Human Whopper. And it frames the central mechanic in that game, which is about making decisions about whether or not to eat NPCs, essentially, for massive XP boosts that you can't get any other way. And sometimes it's like impossible to progress in the game without that. It was comparing that basically system of making choices about food that, I mean, has to do with making choices about whether or not to eat living creatures, and then also has to do with making choices about restricting your diet based on morals. So many people choose to be vegetarian or vegan because of their morals or their ethics. It was comparing that to vegetarianism, basically. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it in a very good way, but it was really interesting. It was basically comparing the dynamic of like vampires choosing whether or not to eat humans to when we in real life make choices about whether or not to eat meat on a moral basis. And I just thought that was really, really interesting because I'd not thought about it in that way before. But then I think that it mentions in the article, and when I was talking to Charlotte about it, she pointed this out as well, that in Twilight, I think it is, they call the vampires who choose not to eat humans vegetarians. But I think it's really interesting because I feel like it raises a lot of questions about like an anthropocentric worldview versus like a worldview that assigns more value, perhaps, to non-human forms of life. I think it raises a lot of interesting questions, but I never thought about it in that way, like deeply, and it was a wonderful piece and very thought-provoking. So, I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about that, because in this game, the way that they've talked about vessels and the way that they like systematize having vessels to feed on, like it's systematized, it's institutionalized, right? Like they have institutions for herding and eating humans. I think it's interesting. There's a lot to unpack there. They definitely make that joke that it makes them vegetarian in Twilight. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can't say I must look after Zhu Feng. That's annoying. Your demise is inevitable. Why do you refuse to accept it? I serve the Boston court. I don't know about that. I'm protecting my kind. I don't know. I'm a predator. I hunt. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. His skin is so dry. You should put moisturizer or something. Yeah, I really don't know how to respond to this one because... I don't know. I guess that... maybe for Caleb, like, a big motivation for him is that he serves the Boston court, but I don't know. I don't know about protecting his kind. That doesn't really seem like a huge motivation for him. Even though I can't pick, I must look after Zhu Feng, and I'm interested in, like, why that's not a choice for me and what would have changed that. I don't know if that feels entirely sincere either. I think it's like a lot of them don't feel like they really are a sufficient answer to this question. Like, why do you refuse to accept death? That's a pretty big question, and I don't know if maybe either admitting that I don't know or actually just saying that the simple answer is that I am a creature that fights to survive is... those things feel more honest? I don't really know. This is really strange. I guess he didn't go and interrupt Zhu getting embraced. Oh, yeah, that might be it. You're right. Thanks for pointing that out, Charlotte. I feel like saying I don't know is not really gonna... I don't see that playing out well with Stanford. I think... Sorry for the yawning. I don't know, so I'm just gonna choose this one.
You can struggle. It's the natural order of things. The fight will only heighten my primal instincts.
No creature can resist the Almighty.
I am here for only one thing. I am a monster. Your predator.
That's impossible.
You're my prey. A sheep that has become separated from his flock. I'm hunting you. I'm going to show you the price you must pay if you come after me.
This is impossible.
Now, you will die.
Stay back!
Dios míos. Mother. Why did you abandon me?
Oh, this just sometimes there are parts of this game that just are so cinematic. There's framing, there's lighting, there's things are happening. It's very thoughtful, it's very striking. I love it. I'm a sucker for that, you know I am. I kind of love the framing with the lighting here, exactly. Nom 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 nom. Love it. That was so good. That was stunning. I put an end to Stanford. Oh, you know this church. Oh. That last shot was very good. It was very good. Or is this not supposed to be a real... I think that it might be inspired by a real church, because I have seen a real church. I want to say it's in Paris, that has... that is designed in such a way that the natural light comes through like that, in the shape of a... Yes. Tadao Ando's Church of Light. That's it. That's the one. I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Foosh. That is definitely inspired by the Church of Light. Good stuff. The imagery is imagerying. Ooh, okay. To the prince's quarters. It's been a long night, and the prince impatiently awaits the outcome of her plan, which will determine the future of Boston. I need not to be such an architect. No! Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Thank you for knowing immediately off the top of your head that knowledge. That is very cool and much appreciated. Alright, guys, this is it. I think this is the last scene. Alright, that's it. Caleb first. Let's go.
I heard you were back.
Oh, hey, Zufang.
It's over now.
Not yet. At best, we've won ourselves more time.
Your wounds. What did they do to you?
It's more modernist. It felt more spiritual than conservative, almost light of God and all that jazz. Yeah, it had big Anglican vibe. It just read vaguely Protestant. Yeah, I think that's an interesting contradiction. Like, these are sad Catholics, and that I very immediately striking thing about that that church is that it had Protestant vibes. Like, there was a lack of imagery and ornate kind of ness. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. That, like, Catholicism's whole thing is like the grandeur of like ornate, intricate imagery, and Catholic architecture very much reflects that, whereas Protestant architecture is about the kind of power and simplicity. So yeah, I mean, I think that's like that was beautiful. It was a beautiful room, and the Church of Light's a beautiful concept. The saddest Catholic saying he was infallible as long as he had God was, I think, technically heresy. Yeah, kind of a little bit, for sure. Like, the Pope isn't even supposed to be 99% of the time. It wasn't easy.
They caught me and tortured me. It was a close call.
How did you manage to escape?
I'm a tough nut to crack.
It would take more than that to destroy me.
It's not like you to brag, but I suppose after everything that happened tonight, you've earned it. Stanford is dead. Do you think that will be enough?
Others will come to hunt us. We must be ready. Like prey who have discovered their power. They know they'll be devoured if they lay down their weapons.
The next time, we'll be prepared.
We reap what we sow, I guess?
We are partly to blame for this.
You're defending them?
No, but I understand them.
That's a rather subtle nuance.
Stanford wasn't fighting for his life. He was fighting to save his kind.
Look where that got him.
He almost succeeded.
Do you think this is the end of Boston?
Like I said, we've won a reprieve. We must use this time to adapt.
Disappear.
That's up to the prince to decide, not me.
That's not what I was talking about. I meant that feeling you get. Your urge to leave.
The beckoning.
I don't think it will ever go away now.
But can the court still count on you? Boston needs you, now more than ever before. What are you going to do?
Ooh, a big choice. A big choice. Will I heed the beckoning or stay with the prince? I mean, I feel like the thing that feels most true to Caleb's personality, and also, like, considering the whole fact that we just... Oh no, I think I smudged my own makeup. Rip. Hold on. Oh, it's not that bad. It's a little bit smudged. It's a tiny bit smudged. That's fine. We'll be fine. Anyway, we've just encountered the Second Inquisition. We're experiencing a pretty significant existential threat. It doesn't seem like a good time to leave, you know? What is the beckoning? The beckoning is is just like a thing that happens. Nothing about Caleb so far has said that he wants to be beckoned that much beyond like having to. And he is obsessed with the court. The beckoning is basically, I'll see what it says in the codex, but basically older vampires start to hear like a call, and many of them follow it and disappear forever. So the beckoning is a mysterious call drawing elder vampires away from their fiefs and fortresses. The elders are compelled to travel east toward the lands where mortal and vampire civilization began, into the fog of a shadow war fought over the graves of their progenitors. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think that... I don't know, I guess that stay with the prince seems like it's more like in keeping with Caleb's character, but part of me is also like, maybe if this is a choice that I have, it would be a good idea to get him to leave, especially because I don't trust the prince. Like, I do not trust the prince. And like, I don't know, if the beckoning is calling, then what if... I don't know. What if that's important too? I don't know. I don't really know about this one. I don't know. I think I'll stay. I guess Hazel can't be prince forever, though. Yeah, fair enough.
I can't leave the court. There are still many matters that must be attended to. It is my duty to stay and help the prince.
I'm happy to hear that. While you were gone, I saw just how much everyone here needs you.
I'm not staying for them.
The reason doesn't matter. It's the right choice. What's going to happen now?
I don't know.
It's unclear what the future holds.
I thought that with your experience, you'd have more of an opinion. What about me? What part will I have in all of it?
I know that Beryl embraced you.
It's not like I was given the choice.
How did it happen?
Did he take advantage of my absence?
He came to see me just after you left.
I told you to stay away from him.
I wasn't able to control my actions.
And he dared to do it right here.
He drained me of my blood. I felt a deathly chill wash over me. A biting, bitter cold that came from inside. After that, I remember feeling only hunger. A hunger so powerful.
That hunger is our only company. Like us, it is eternal.
Beryl fed me. But I still feel a dull pain throughout my being. I get the feeling that the worst is yet to come, now that I've made it to the other side. And there's this presence lurking in the shadows of my mind, ready to come out and take control.
I warned you about it. It's our curse. All we can do is try to resist. There is no cure.
How do you know about what he did?
I don't know. I think this would be an easier choice if he had been the one to embrace Zhu. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Zhu Feng is basically, she was Caleb's protege, and she wanted to be embraced, and he wanted to embrace her, but he was waiting for permission to embrace her from the Prince of Boston, because they have all of these rules around like needing permission to embrace people because of vampire eugenics. So yeah, but because of some decisions that I made, Beryl, who is Caleb's child, that is a terrible, terrible man, embraced Zhu Feng instead. So she is a vampire, but she's Beryl's child, not Caleb's child.
Your sire confessed to it all.
You saw him? Where is he?
He is no longer of this world.
What did you do to him?
Nothing. I let him stand on his own 2 feet. That's all.
You left him in the hands of our worst enemies. Isn't that
right? Yeah, I did.
Otherwise, he'd be here with us. Does that sound responsible to you?
Beryl is my child. You don't have a say in it.
Now that my sire is gone, I don't know if the prince will allow me to stay. What's going to happen to me?
Damn, so the consequences of my actions sure are piling up, huh? I hate it when that happens. Join the court.
Beryl made his final mistake when he embraced you. But that doesn't change anything for me. You must take his place. The Boston court needs you.
Poor Zhu Feng. Damn, actions have consequences. This just in, actions have consequences. I was shocked and horrified to find out that actions do in fact have consequences. I think that's so rude. Yeah.
Ma'am, thank God
You
you're here.
bitch.
When I found out that Hazel had sent
Fuck
you out
you.
there, I really thought that... Are you alright? You're not hurt?
Everybody leave the room, please. I need to have a moment with her, if that's okay. Yeah, that's understandable, Foosh. How about you fucking leave me alone?
Stop it.
What? I was worried.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear about it. I need space.
You shouldn't react like that. I'm your ally, not your enemy.
Fuck off.
Listen, I know it's not a good time, but we need to talk. Come back to my rooms with me.
What for?
Not here, ma'am. I'll tell you more once we're there. It's important and personal. Are you coming?
Oh boy. Go with her to her rooms or avoid her and go see the prince. I mean, I don't trust the prince, but absolutely fuck Hilda. So Hilda looks like she needs to see your membership card a few times. Yeah, she does. This isn't the plus size representation I deserve. No, this isn't the plus size representation that you or anyone deserves. Because... And she's a lesbian too. But she's the fucking worst. This is not it. Bye.
Sorry, I have to go report back to the prince.
Hazel can wait. It's important.
No.
Fine. Suit yourself.
Fuck you. Fuck you very, very much.
Disasters bring out the best and the worst in us. They can plunge us into oblivion, or signal the start of a golden age. Tonight will go down in history as the night we were able to prove we're not done yet. We demonstrated that our ability to adapt and change are the keys to our domination. The mortals were unable to break us, thanks to our resilience. We never doubted our superiority over those weak creatures for a moment. Many sacrifices were necessary. Our domain was violated,
Where's
and
Leisha?
our existence threatened. But this is nothing compared to everything we have lost. Our family has been battered. The blood of our servants flowed like water.
God, my
Our
favorite
own
painting.
kind were decimated in the flames. We will
That
never
is the prince,
forget
yeah.
them. Now that our reunification has been confirmed, we can count on strong allies who will help us secure our blood supply.
What's the betting that Hilda would
With
have tried to kill
powerful
us?
friends by our side, we will no longer be faced with those terrible moments when our dominion was challenged. Our old quarrels belong
I know, I feel like
to the
she would have done
past.
something worse.
The trifles that separated us have been forgotten.
What about Journey?
Only
Yeah.
one truth remains: our supremacy.
Jesus Christ.
Never again shall we be
That's not the
weak or
lesson here,
disunited.
Hazel.
That's what the mortals expect from us. Let us show them why we are the predators and they are the prey. Let us show them who their blood belongs to. Let us show them the power of immortality. The sacrifices are not over yet. Some will be lost. Others will lose what they have. But it will not be in vain. We are hunters, and what is taken from a hunter must be repaid 100-fold. We must be able to count on
Fuck
each
you.
and every one of our kind. There is no room for bargaining in this war. Our eternal nature is our greatest strength. Boston has shown that it is stronger than old London and venerable Vienna. Tonight, we have tasted vengeance. Tonight, a sea of blood will flow.
Following the disappearance of Jason Moore, all the assets he managed slipped from the Boston court's grasp, and the court finds itself in dire financial straits. The sacrifices made fuel internal tensions. The balance of power is upset. A wind of rebellion is blowing through the ranks of the kindred. Okay. Against all odds, the unification of the Hartford Chantry and the Boston Camarilla was secured through the efforts of M.M. Lewis. The two organizations are now working together with the hope of making history. However, there is still a long way to go in their quest for stabilized blood that will revolutionize the challenging issue of the kindred's blood supply. For now, the priority is to elude the Second Inquisition. After MM's betrayal and the death of the Baron, Yardley led his gang in an attack on Long Island. Whoopsie daisy! Faced with the heavily armed SAD, the Anarchs stood no chance and were all destroyed or captured in the operation. Left to their own devices, the few kindred who did not take part in the attack soon began to fight amongst themselves for power. In just a few nights, Boston's Anarch domain was wiped out. Wow. Oopsie daisy. Thanks to MM's computer virus, the data at the Long Island base has been corrupted. Without this painstakingly gathered information on the blank bodies, the SAD is forced to shut down Operation Swansong. It will be years before the SAD is once again able to hunt kindred in New England. I still have questions. Okay, here she is. Here she is. When immortality is emo-rality. Emo-ortality. See that painting made by Gentileschi. It's more slay. I'll have to look that up. Their family. Yay! We were not gonna let Leisha die. I obviously was a huge fan of Leisha and that entire plotline for so many reasons. There was a hot lesbian MILF. There was anti-psychiatry stuff, there was disability politics, there was mother-daughter stuff. It was really hitting everything for me. This song feels off. I'm vibing. I think I've heard this whole song. It's a vibe for me. Eternally punched me off. Sara, could you turn down the back music? I can't hear you at all. Sure. Okay, I've turned that down a bit. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better? Oh, Miss P. Miss P. How are you, Miss P? What do you think about vampires? No, she wants to be put down. She wants to be put down. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Beloved chickpea. It feels weird after the family moments. Like if it was after the prince's speech, the song would work. Yeah, that makes sense. Lol, yeah, I was right. Just searched MM's ultimate ending. Oh, damn. Damn. I really liked this. I loved this. I enjoyed this so much. I think, like, okay, like, it wasn't perfect, and, like, in some places it was kind of, janky, but that's fine. Like, for me personally, that's never a huge issue, because I kind of love messy shit. Like, I do. I think messy stuff is interesting, man. And I didn't think that there's such a thing as a perfect game or perfect art anyway, so I don't really care. But what's more important to me is that it was fun, the cast was interesting, the lore was interesting, there was quite a lot of varied and engaging stuff, the story was super cool, there was loads to talk about, there was loads of really, really interesting stuff going on, and it was just, like, it was great. I had such a fun time. I had such a fun time with this game, and I was really, really excited for it. So I'm really glad that it, like, I wasn't 100% sure, like, what to expect. Like, I'd heard, like, oh, this is a narrative, like, episodic game. I'd heard that a lot. But it brought RPG elements to that. That was super fun and interesting. I feel like I've never really, like, seen that done before. Like, it was really like a mix of those genres in such an interesting way that I don't feel like I've played a game like it before. I think that there were places where it was really striking and cinematic and just visually stunning, which I really enjoyed, even if some of the animations are a bit janky with the character models and stuff like that. I didn't really care. Some of those cutscenes were really good. I loved this. It was so good. It really hit the spot for me. It really hit the spot for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. I definitely feel like I still have some questions left. I don't know how well certain plot lines were resolved in the version that I played, but like based on even just like playing that and seeing some generally like spoiler-free stuff online, like there's so much content here. There are like so many other things that can happen and outcomes that you can have for these different characters. So I think that it has like immense replayability. Like if you liked this and you would be interested in playing it, then I would definitely recommend playing it yourself, because I get the system feels nuanced enough that you like will have vastly different playthroughs, which I think is so neat. I think that that's so cool. So I definitely will be replaying it again in my own time, and I just think that the world of Vampire the Masquerade is so like interesting and so fruitful. So who knows? I mean, if you really like this, then maybe at some point I could do a stream or two of the beginning of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines to just show you a bit of what that's like. I don't think that, because it's like an enormous RPG, I definitely wouldn't play the entire game, but it could be fun to stream a bit of that and kind of show you a taste of that at some point if you'd like. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the chat if you have any thoughts about this game in general, or Vampire the Masquerade, or the ending. Yeah, I did kind of feel like I still had some felt like certain things were unresolved in the end there, but it definitely felt like it was setting up for a sequel, right? So it makes me kind of wonder that like if they delayed the release for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, God, that's such a mouthful. I would say that that's one of my critiques, is that it takes too long to say or type out these names. This felt like it was setting up for another game, so either there's going to be like a sequel, or this is somehow like a prelude to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, is my thought of that. I'm never a huge fan of text scroll endings. Yeah, that's fair as well. I probably would have preferred to have been shown some of that stuff rather than read the text. I did think we'd have more of a final confrontation with Hazel where we could put all put in our thoughts on how she should respond. Yeah, for sure. I think that's part of why it feels like there's so much like unresolved stuff, is because I thought that we'd have a conversation with Hazel where we would see like we would confront her about like seeing the stuff in our office. We would tell her who the traitor was, and we would I don't know, like have a confrontation about Richard, tell her Richard was dead. I tell her that Stanford was dead and stuff like that. I think that having the final scene for Caleb be with Zufang made like a lot of sense, but I don't know, I felt like the plot line with MM and Journey was just never really like resolved sufficiently for me, which kind of sucked. I know that they put a lot of focus on the relationship between MM and Hilda, but that was such a shitty relationship, and it seemed like the relationship with Journey was more positive. So in terms of like, I don't know, showing like sapphic representations, I do not have like a problem with showing, you know, sapphic relationships that are abusive or messy and things like that, because that's real and that's important, and sometimes that's really important to explore. So I don't have a problem with the fact that they put it in there, but I also wish that they'd given a bit more space maybe to the relationship with Journey, especially because we had like a major decision early in the game with regards to Journey and the whole memory thing as well, but we don't really see like, oh, how is that going to affect that relationship and stuff like that. Is one example where I was like, oh, I really want to see how that kind of pays off, but you don't really see it. It would have been nice to have a moment rounding off those three characters at the end, like in the prince's office. That's kind of something that I was envisioning, but that didn't necessarily happen, which I guess is fine. Yeah, I'm sad that we didn't get to see more of Journey. I think yeah, okay, I've already read that comment. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I had any other thoughts. I mean, I think that like I said, I really love this universe and I really loved this game. So I would definitely play more of this. I would happily play like some of the other games, a bit of them for the channel, and I would definitely happily come back to this for video essay purposes, because like I said, at the moment I'm researching on another vampire game, but I think that this one is so interesting in a very different way. And I've been thinking a lot in my current research about Don't Not's Vampire. There's a lot of stuff about like race and class and gender in that game, and there's definitely like disability politics in that game surrounding like being a vampire doctor and like being in London during the Spanish flu and those kind of disability politics. But the way that the politics of madness and those kind of disability politics like shone through so heavily in this game was so interesting. And I think thinking about that in relation to like vampires and supernatural creatures is super interesting. And I don't know, I feel like this is something I'd love to kind of come back to and unpack that a bit as well. And I think one of the other really interesting things that I mentioned a few times was the way that they showed all of these different factions, including the different vampire factions, including like humans, like the Society of St. Leopold, like having these different institutions of systematized harm and oppression, and the way that they would take advantage of vulnerable people, usually disabled people, usually like homeless people or people struggling with addiction, and the way that they like showed repeatedly these groups with like institutionalized harm and oppression function in that way was so interesting. It was just so good. I just really fucking liked it. Anyway, yeah, I think at this moment those are probably all of the thoughts that are coming to my mind. My PS5 is telling me that it needs to be shut down, so yeah. No, I really love this. I had so much fun playing this. Let's have a quick look at this though. So you can go back through all of these levels and replay individual levels, which should be interesting. I wonder if it like restarts the story from there, or whether you can just play that one level on its own as like a collectible mode or something. But you can also have up to 3 save slots to do different like plot lines, different versions.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.